A pang of guilt squeezed my chest, and I forced my lungs to pull in air. Was this really happening? I'd been worried about some disaster or another ruining my wedding day, and selfishly, my first thought when I'd seen the poor woman dead on the floor had been, how am I going to find another baker? Not my finest moment. I shook the uncharitable question from my head and concentrated on Retta. My ears were sharp enough to know she wasn't breathing, and that she no longer had a heartbeat. Even so, I checked her neck for a pulse. As expected, I found none. Her skin was still warm, but since she had to have been killed in the last hour and a half, I wasn't surprised. Dead bodies only lost about 1.5 degrees of heat per hour after death, and I'd seen her alive right before that window of time. The metal spike jutted at an ugly angle as if it had been thrust upward into her chest. There wasn't much blood, but I'd seen enough stab wounds to know the spike was probably plugging the wound like a finger in a dam. I pulled out my phone, thumb fumbling over the screen until I hit the numbers. 911, what's your emergency? The operator's voice was calm and steady. For a split second, and only a split second, I hesitated before giving my name, and then said, "Hi, yes, this is, Lily Mason." Did I want to be involved in another murder in Moonrise? No, I did not. Still, they could easily find out who I was with my cell phone number. Just because I could make an anonymous emergency call didn't mean it would stay anonymous. I'm at Carmine's Cakes in the Two Hills shopping mall. The owner, Retta Carmine, she's dead. Are you certain she's deceased? The woman asked. Yes, I told her. She doesn't have a pulse and she's not breathing. Can you perform CPR? I shook my head, even though the operator couldn't see me, and replied, She has a metal object sticking out of her chest. Okay, got it, she acknowledged. Are you in danger right now? I shook my head, knowing I was the only person alive in the bakery at the moment. The front door was unlocked when I came in, but I don't see anyone else here. Good. I'm glad you're safe. Paramedics and officers are on the way. Will you stay on the line with me until they arrive? Yes, I affirmed, mentally kicking myself for not going straight over to the rescue after lunch. I can do that. I turned the speaker on and placed the phone on a nearby counter, then crouched next to Retta. Her eyes were open, glassy with that far-off stare that happens in death, and her lipstick was smudged. Her apron was twisted, bunched up at the side as if someone had grabbed it. The fabric around the wound was sticky,